Alrighty. Hello, people. What is going on? I am HTW. Listen to HTW's podcast. And I'm doing another one of these car review, pay-per-view, WWE things that I've done the past 3 pay-per-views now. So, I'm just going to make this a tradition. I'm just going to drive around my normal route that I go on in these backwoods. Hopefully don't hit a deer. Last time I saw a deer, and the time before, I got shit on my windshield. I got bird shit, actually, not human shit, thank God. But we are going to do a review to Battleground. Just watched it. The first Battleground, that was good, man. This was a good show. I'm tempted to say a little bit more than Money in the Bank. A little bit. I think with Money in the Bank, it only had 3 good, matches. Or 4 if you count. But, every match on this show I thought was good besides one of them. But I thought everything else was either solid to good. Just solid to good stuff. So that's really a good plus. Or solid to great, actually. So I think this might be the best overall show that WWE has put out this year. This and maybe Royal Rumble or maybe Extreme Rule. I think Extreme Rules had some downers, but had some big downers too. But I think this might be the best. I think this was better than Extreme Rules. Money in the Bank has the second one because the top 3 ones were just great. But I think this might be the best show WWE has put around all year. So let's just kind of get into this, man. And like I've said, in the past podcast, that WWE has gone and put, ever since after Mania, they just put on great show after great show after great show after great show, and pay-per-view wise. And so they're just on a roll. One thing that I do have to say, though, is I did record a couple episodes of the podcast for the draft. I reviewed the draft. But for some reason, the audio got fucked in, both of them. So, I'm just going to give my overall brief opinions. At first, I was really disappointed. But the more, and I did one right after I watched the draft, and the other one I did a day later because I realized the audio was fucked, and then even that audio was fucked. I think it was just the microphone that I was using. I was using a different microphone than I usually do. But I thought that the draft overall at first was disappointing, but I'm starting to like the SmackDown roster a bit more. It's still a bit understaffed, or it's still a bit underwhelming when you look at it compared to Raw, but the SmackDown is a rebuilding show for people, for guys like Baron Corbin and Apollo Crews there, to get those guys over that aren't quite necessarily over yet. So that's what I got to say about that. Overall, though, thought this was a great show. Good to great show, man. There was a couple great matches and a lot of other good matches as well. So let's just kind of start off. We had the pre-show matches. I actually thought it was a pretty solid match. It was Breezango versus the Usos. It was a solid, good match. I mean, they had 5, maybe 10, maybe a little under 10 minutes to work with, and they utilized their time. It was a well-paced match. The ending sequence was pretty great, and Breezango won, which was surprising. So that's good. And then, solid match. I give it a 5 out of 10. Again, solid. 5 out of 10 is solid. It's a 2.5 out of 10, 5 if you want to go on that Richter scale. It's a solid match. And then we had, what was the other one? That was right. The Divas match started off. So we had Charlotte and Dana Brooke versus Sasha Banks, and I thought it was gonna be Nikki Bella or Paige. Be the surprise people, but it was fucking Bayley, and it was awesome. Bayley, the only thing I didn't like about this was that Bayley didn't get the fucking pin, or even didn't get the victory, the pin or submission. But you know what? It makes Sasha, I get it now. It makes Sasha Banks look good going into their match at SummerSlam, which hopefully Sasha Banks wins. And this is a permanent call-up for Bayley. I don't know. I hope it's actually just a one-off, and then she comes back on the Monday Night Raw after and challenges Sasha Banks or whoever's champion, which would be great. I honestly kind of just hope it's a one-off thing, but it was great to see her. This was a good match, though. A lot of great sequences here. I give it a 6 out of 10. Good match. I said great, but it was a good match. A lot of great moves here, a lot of great sequences, and Dana Brooke did her part. She wasn't off, she wasn't good or anything, but she did her part. She was fine. She was just fine, and that's all she really needs to be in this kind of match, because Charlotte, Sasha Banks, and Bayley stole the show. It was a good match, and Sasha Banks won with the Banks statement, typed out Charlotte, so that pretty much gives her a shot at the title now. So that's cool. Then we had the 6-man tag match with the first out of 2 6-man tag matches on the show. I think Teddy Long might have booked this match, might have booked this fucking fucking card. But we had, no, it wasn't as bad as fucking SummerSlam last year. Oh my god. SummerSlam last year might have had the most tag matches I think I've ever seen on a card. And that might be an understatement. I'm not sure. But we had the Wyatt family, which was pretty much their last time being together, versus the New Day, and the Wyatt family won. I thought this was another good match. 7 out of 10. I thought this was good. A lot of great sequences. I love the storytelling here that they did with Xavier. A lot of people say storytelling is dead. Well, the storytelling they've been doing with Xavier, as soon as Xavier turned on fucking Bray Wyatt, he got a big ass fucking pop. And that's what storytelling is supposed to do. So there you go. Great storytelling here. Xavier was being afraid of Bray Wyatt the whole match, and they finally turned him, like I said. Just a lot of great sequences. I was surprised that the Wyatt family won, but at least they finally get a win, and it was on Xavier Woods. Big E, stop doing that fucking suicide spear. Oh my fucking god. This is the worst one I've seen. He landed right on top of his head. I hope he's okay. And normally you could tell because they'll be celebrating afterwards they won. But stop doing that move, please. If I see you do that move again, I'm like, oh my god, oh, that was so bad. And normally, I think he's just gonna keep on doing it. I think he's just gonna keep on doing it until he gets seriously hurt. And I don't want to see that happen to him. I don't. He needs to stop doing that move. You're not invincible. Just right there, and he grabbed his neck right a fucking way. Oh my god, stop doing that move, please. Okay. But no, this was a good match. Everyone did their part. Braun Strowman, you know, he wasn't bad in this match. He didn't botch anything, not that I saw, so that's good. But yeah, he did his part. He was fine. Just like Dana Brooke was in her match. He did what he had to do. He was fine. That's all he needed to be. Eric Rowan was okay, and he was fine as well. Bray Wyatt stole the show for the Wyatt family. But this was a good match. 7 out of 10. Good stuff. Then we had Zack Ryder versus Rusev. Which is okay. It had some good sequences. Zack Ryder and Rusev have okay chemistry. They're okay. Rusev's awesome. Rusev won. There was a second there where you thought Ryder was gonna win, but he didn't. Thank God. And Rusev won. And you know what? Zack Ryder doesn't need the win. He doesn't need a victory at this point. It's kind of almost too late. And, 5 out of 10. It was a solid match. Some back and forth stuff. It was good, solid, whatever. Nothing to complain about. It was whatever. But what happened was here, after the match, Mojo fucking Rawley, which some reason got called up. Mojo Rawley got fucking called up, and he came right after the match to save his boy Zack Ryder. So yeah, that was a thing that happened. Why did it happen? I don't know. That's a good question, but it happened. So yeah, that's what happened. It happened, and that's what fucking happened. I don't know. I don't even know what to say anymore. I'm just kind of dragging on, I guess. So now we're gonna move on to the next match, which is match of the night, in my opinion. Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens. This might be my favorite. Payback was my favorite match between the two. Before in the WWE, they obviously had better matches than Ring of Honor, but this was a fantastic match. There's only this is finally the end of the feud. This is the end of this feud, and that's great. Because we need a solid ending to this feud. We don't even need it. I thought they were going to do another match at SummerSlam, but the ending told otherwise. And if they continue it, I don't see why they should. I think Sami Zayn needs to go after that Rusev title. I think that's what needs to happen. Sami Zayn won at the end, but I'll get to that. There's a scary situation in the middle of the match. Sami Zayn went for that springboard moonsault that he does, but he didn't get rotation in time enough and almost landed his head right on the side of the apron. That was scary. That was scary as fuck. I was actually mimicking JR. Me and my friend, we were watching the show, and we were talking about, I was like, I could be a pretty good commentator if I really tried. And I was trying to be a commentator, and I was freaking out, kind of over it, exaggerated like JR. And when it happened, I was like, and Sami Zayn goes for his springboard moonsault. Oh, and I just went in panic mode for a second because I thought he was gonna be injured. Thankfully, he's okay. He was grabbing his arm afterwards, but he was selling out the whole match. It was fine, good stuff. But no, this match was fucking great. A lot of great sequences. There was a spot midway through the match, probably actually later towards the match. Just a lot of these two guys have never had a bad match, even in NXT. Their 2 matches in NXT weren't great, but they weren't bad at all. These two guys just have fantastic matches, and they fucking got like they got a yes chant, a like standing ovation middle of the match. That shows you how good these two guys are, okay? And just chemistry together is just off the fucking charts as usual. They never had a bad match. They face each other 1,000 times now, and they're just never gonna have a bad match ever. But Sami Zayn did a fucking brain buster on the fucking apron, the same apron that he almost crashed onto, which was fucking sick. It was awesome. It was fucking dope. And then we also had what was the other one? What also happened? Then we also had a situation where Sami Zayn was going for the half Nelson suplex. German suplex. He hit it, and then I gotta calm down. He hit it, and then Owens got right back up, tried to go for another one, and he hit it right again. And then he, I think that's actually set up to the haluva kick, didn't it? I think so. I don't remember. But then Owens came very close. Sami Zayn went for the haluva kick. Owens hit a pop-up powerbomb, got the near count, and I think that I don't remember exactly how the match went out. I'm editing it again, so I'm gonna have to see how it went. But 2 half Nelson suplexes, and then he hit a haluva kick, and then Sami Zayn kind of held him for a second, like looking at him like, this poor bastard, like, let me put him out of his fucking misery, like almost looking at him like we're friends, like, how do we even get this far? And then I thought he was gonna put him up. He put him back up on the turnbuckle, and I thought he was gonna fucking put him on top and do a top turnbuckle brain buster, which would have been fucking awesome, but he didn't. He had another haluva kick, and it was fine. It was awesome. Great fucking match. 9.5 out of 10. I originally said 9 out of 10. 9.5. Fucking great. Fantastic match. The only thing that might have taken this away was Sami Zayn almost fucking killing himself. Scary situation, but it didn't really take away anything from the overall match. It was still awesome. It almost brought like a sense of worry and a sense of like you worry that for this guy's health and safe being, you know what I'm saying? But you know what? Good stuff. Great match. 9.5 out of 10. My match of the night. Just it looks like this is the end of the feud until whenever they want to pick it up later. I almost hope that they don't do another match at SummerSlam. Don't do another match at SummerSlam. This was a perfect ending. Even though it is 1-1, because Owens won at Payback, and technically Sami Zayn won a Raw, so actually it's 2-1. So yeah, whatever. Sami Zayn won, and yeah, great match. Then we moved on. Match that I even forgot was happening. Natalya versus Becky Lynch. I give this a 5.5 out of match. 5.5 out of 10. It was good. It was okay. You know, solid match. It was hard because the crowd was very out of it, but they had a lot of great chemistry. Natalya's a great wrestler. I wouldn't say great. She's a good wrestler. Becky Lynch is great, and they both have a lot of chemistry together. So I think they are going to do well. They did well with each other. I assume they're going to do in their match. I don't know, but Becky Lynch won clean, tapped out to the sharpshooter. So that's interesting. I don't know why. Poor Becky. She deserves better, a lot better. But we'll see what that leads to. Maybe they'll do something with it, or maybe this is the end of the feud. I don't know. That's interesting. Okay, so then we had The Miz versus Darren Young, which was fucking like 3 out of 10. This is the one bad match on the show. I don't know what happened here. I don't even remember much of what happened. I just remember the ending was weird. I guess Darren, I don't know. I don't even know what really happened. I guess like Maurice slapped Bob Backlund, and then Miz pushed Bob Backlund on the ground, and I guess Bob Backlund lost a tooth? I don't remember him missing his front right tooth. I don't know what happened there, unless it was a fakie. I don't know what happened at all, so I'm kind of worried for Bob. But I don't know. The match itself was whatever. I give it like a 3 out of 10. I don't even count it as a match. I guess it got DQ. We never really got explained, which is like the one down point in the show where you're like, WWE, what the fuck? But yeah, anyways. Whatever. Okay, so then we move on to the Club in AJ Styles versus I guess AJ Styles part of the club. So the club versus Enzo Amore, John Cena, John Cena, and Cullen Cassidy, Big Cass. This is great. This is a good match too, man. Really good match. I'd say great, man. It was good. Just really good. A lot of great stuff here. A lot of great back and forth. A lot of weird moments with Luke. I feel like Luke isn't really that. Like, he's an okay wrestler, but he's not like. I don't know. I don't know if this was on purpose, but there's a certain point where him and Enzo were just kind of standing around, just like staring at each other, and I didn't know if like they were talking to each other during the point because they didn't know what to do, but. Or maybe that was on purpose, but I don't know what happened there. It was just kind of an awkward moment. But this was a good match. A lot of great moments here. The ending came down to where a lot of stuff was going on. Enzo kind of took... I think Enzo took out Carl Anderson, I think, or Doc. I don't know. Doc. I keep on calling him Doc fucking Gallows, but it's Luke Gallows. But AJ was going to go for like a top rope something, maybe top rope phenomenal for him. Well, then AJ Cena comes up, blocks him off, a little back and forth on the top rope, and Cena hits a top rope, a second one that he hit. You know what? They won. Cena and them won. I'm fine with them winning. It was a good match. I give it an 8 out of 10, man. It's kind of hard to remember what fucking happened during this match because so much other things that are accounted for this Zayn and Owen stuff. But this is a good match as well, man. Great, good stuff. 8 out of 10. And I'm fine with Cena and Colin and Enzo winning. It's good. I'm fine with Cena winning. And this will lead to a Cena AJ match at SummerSlam. It's going to be interesting to see, after talking about the main event and what happening there, what they're going to do for the title scene, but we'll see. So, now we're going to move on to, they had the highlight reel with Randy Orton, which dragged on for a little bit. And I thought it was going to be a shit segment, but it was actually pretty cool. It was actually a good segment. It had some good back and forth. Jericho was great on the mic. This is probably one of Jericho's best reincarnations after coming back after 2007, since his 2008 run where he faced Shawn and he was the World Heavyweight Champion. This has to be one of my favorites. I think this was great. He's just been great so far lately. And Orton is back. He has a new shirt, RKO, and on the back says hashtag out of nowhere, which is cool. Cool stuff. There was this one funny moment where Brock said, like, it takes 20 suplexes to go to Suplex City. Well, it takes one RKO to go to I think he said Viperville, and without any enhancements. Okay, that was fucking hilarious. He made a Fandango joke earlier. Randy don't give no fucks anymore, man. It's awesome. He doesn't care anymore. He's back to have fun. I've said that for a while now, since like 2015, and now this is probably one of the biggest moments where it proves that he just doesn't give a fuck. This is funny. This is funny stuff. Then he hits a RKO out of nowhere to Jericho after teasing it for the longest time, which is cool, which is funny. I liked it. Funny stuff. Whatever. It was a cool moment. Then we move on to the main event, which I give this a 9 out of 10, man. Second match of the night. Great stuff. Great stuff. I love this match too. Just a lot of... When they had all the GM and the commissioner for Raw and SmackDown come out, I thought that they were going to get into the main event. I thought they were going to like interfere and whatnot, but nope, that didn't happen at all. They didn't interfere one bit, which is good. And it looks like the brand split is starting tomorrow. Hopefully we'll hear more about the World Heavyweight Championship because Dean won. Dean fucking won. The ending moments came down to Roman Reigns, or Seth Rollins. Dean Ambrose, I think, was hit out of the ring with a Superman punch, I believe, and then Seth Rollins gave Roman Reigns a turnbuckle powerbomb, but Roman Reigns came right back out with a Superman punch like he did at Money in the Bank. And then he bounced off the ropes, gives him a spear, and then Dean Ambrose comes in, hits Dirty Deeds on Roman Reigns, and wins. So the WWE Championship is on SmackDown, which leads me to believe they're going to introduce a new title at Raw. I sure as hell hope so. But this is a great match, 9 out of 10, like I said. I expected nothing else out of these guys. This delivered in every way. A lot of great spots. There's a Seth and Dean kind of teaming up at one point. Roman didn't turn heel tonight, which I really hope he does, because it'd be fucking stupid if he doesn't at this point. It's just, I hate it. I hate fucking face Roman. He's a good wrestler, but he needs to be fucking heel, man. Anyways, there's a good moment where Seth and Dean try to go for a double power bomb, but Roman Reigns countered, and then he tried to go for then they kind of attacked Roman to the outside. They hit a double power bomb onto an announce table, which was sick. So yeah, good stuff here, man. Great main event. It was probably the main event we were all looking forward to, and it was fucking great. Just great stuff all around here tonight, guys. I really like this pay-per-view. 8.5 out of 10. This is good. This is a good pay-per-view. I really love. This is a great pay-per-view. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, it was probably their best pay-per-view they've done. And for the past 2 pay-per-views, they've gone over the time limit. That last pay-per-view they went over like 30 minutes, 20 minutes. This time they went over like 15-ish, I think. So it's interesting. It's interesting to see that's becoming a trend. I don't know how much of a trend it's going to become now with supposedly separate. They did that with Mania too, but with separate, and it's good because it's only on the fucking network, so whatever. But with separate brands, you know, with the rosters cut in half, it's going to be interesting to see. I don't know what if they're gonna continue that. They'll probably will with SummerSlam, but after that, I don't even know what they haven't released any of the pay-per-view schedules. Supposedly Clash of the Champions is a thing. If you go to Ticketmaster, you can buy you can buy Clash of the Champions. So we'll see. Yeah, guys, overall great show. Another great show by WWE. They ever since after Mania, they've kind of gotten their shit together, and they've just put on quality shows after quality show after quality shows, and it's great. It's great stuff. Dean, the right guy, won tonight. Dean won. So yeah, I'm happy, man. I'm happy. Let me know what you guys thought in the comment section below. Did you love it or did you hate it? It's probably the longest review I've done so far, over 20 minutes of me just driving around in my car and you guys listening to me. I love doing this, man. I love doing this. There's a reason why I do it. Yeah, that's Battleground. Great show, like I said. So anyways, that's all I gotta say. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys did all enjoy, and I'll see y'all later, guys.